into the Recap Rush Hour for Friday, July 11th. I'm David Kaplan. It's brought to you by our great partners at the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. They are the official truck partners of the Chicago Bears. We'll start with breaking Bears news today. Not a surprise. I've talked about it a lot here on the Recap. I've talked about it on Kappa J. Hood on ESPN 1000. The Bears have made it official. They have given Ryan Poles a 3-year contract extension, adding those to the 2 years he already has left on his original deal, and that gets him in line with Ben Johnson, so both have 5-year ties now to the organization. I think it's the right move. You allowed him to tear it all the way down and go 3-14 by moving anything that wasn't nailed down. Now you've got your quarterback of the future. You got your coach of the future. You got a star-studded coaching staff. You put a ton of money into the roster. Now it's time to win. And he is the right guy. To make a change would be a big mistake. So Ryan Poles now locked to the Bears for 5 years as he gets the 3-year contract extension. That leads us right to our Anken Law question of the day, 312-6 million. For the best personal injury attorney in Illinois, the award-winning Howard Anken, AnkenLaw.com. Do you agree with Ryan Poles getting the contract extension? If you were the owner, would you have given him a contract extension? Yes, no, why? Best response, you're going to Lou Malnati's. You'll get a gift card. Try the chocolate chip cookie pizza for dessert. Thank me later. It's awesome. That's right. It's tremendous. LouMalnati's.com for a location near you. 20 years ago, the White Sox came out of nowhere to win the 2005 World Series. This weekend, many members of that 05 team have gathered in Chicago for a celebration of that championship. It begins tonight. There's a doubleheader there because of the rain out yesterday against the Cleveland Guardians. The unveiling of a statue of Mark Burley, the left-handed star of the team, and author of A Perfect Game back in 2009. For the celebration, the weather matters. There's no dome at Rate Field, so keep our fingers crossed that weather does not impact the weekend. Also, last night's rain out, as I said, of that game, they had to recalibrate with a doubleheader today. The second game scheduled to have a 7:10 start with the statue unveiling. Hopefully, at 6:45, I'll have a recap of those entire festivities and the two games when the doubleheader is complete. How about the Chicago Cubbies? They come off an 8-1 pounding of the Twins, but did drop 2 of 3 in that series. Now they're in New York, open a 3-game set against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Chris Flexen gets the start. Carlos Rodon pitches for New York. No word if Flexen's a 1 or 2 inning guy or if they're going to let him go. He used to be a starter, but with the Cubs, he's been a bullpen guy and a very good one at that. Cubs open play tonight, just a half game behind the Dodgers for the top spot in the National League. They're closer to the number 1 seed half a game than the Brewers are to the Cubs. 2 games behind as play begins today. Brewers are at home with the Washington Nationals. Yesterday, after drilling 2 home runs in that 8-1 win, PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong, accomplished something that has never happened before that in MLB history. He has 25 home runs, 25 stolen bases, and 70 RBIs before the All-Star break. No one in the history of the sport, not even Babe Ruth or Ohtani, accomplished that. Lee Elia, his rant permanently resides in baseball lore, Cubs lore. He passed away yesterday at the age of 87. I believe it's the greatest rant in sports history. Basketball, Bulls play the Raptors tonight in Vegas in their first Summer League game. Head coach is Billy Donovan III, son of the Bulls head coach. Chargers running back Najee Harris, very lucky man. He sustained an eye injury after a fireworks mishap at a July 4th event, but the injury, according to his agent, is said to be superficial, and he's expected to be ready for the upcoming NFL season. Our 4 seasons, heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Stat of the day. I told you about PCA. Here's another one. On Thursday, he became the 3rd player in MLB history to have 25 homers, 25 stolen bases before the All-Star break. The 70 RBIs puts him in a different category all alone. But the 25-25 club in early July, there's only been 2 others. Bobby Bonds, Barry's dad, in 1973, and the Reds' Eric Davis in 1987, and Peter Crow Armstrong. That's the list. Have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you greatly. Baseball recaps coming up tonight. Take that.